Hi, welcome to a tour of my sketchbook. I started the sketchbook in November when I was still pregnant, as you can see here. And since it's a pretty thick one, I won't be talking about everything, just go through it. Yeah, where I got anecdotes here, I was in Fantastic Beasts and where to find them, imagining Remus was watching it with me. People on the bus, animals in between, where just sort of for practice. Here I was drawing without an underdrawing, so that's a good practice as well. Exercise, a good exercise. So here are more people on the bus. I do this a lot when I'm on the train or on the bus, just sort of to keep my hand going. Here, 1 minute drawings. This was me feeling like a walrus and singing "I'm the walrus, cuckoo-choo." And here are more 1 minute drawings. I like this one, I like the shapes of that one. Yeah, so this is good to just get loose and everything, so sort of feel the shapes and yeah. And then basically it's good to start the real drawing you're attempting, but usually I don't get past the the practice. Yeah, just playing around with shapes. I really like this one. I like the composition with the shapes, with big shapes and small shapes. I like the movement, so this is one of my favorite drawings in the book, I think, even though it's simple. Here I was exaggerating the pose you saw at the beginning. I was binge watching probably The Good Wife and feeling a bit bored that I couldn't do anything but lie in bed because I wasn't allowed to. Dogs in between as well. Yeah, these are from stock, from DeviantArt, and here the pen fell down on her face and she looks like the Joker now. Yeah, just more doodles probably on the bus. And what do we have here? This is a very light drawing from illustration I finished and uploaded on my Instagram. Yeah, me being grumpy. I was getting really big at the time. Yeah, I like this one. It just happened. I don't know. I didn't have any particular yeah, particular thing in mind. Yeah, 3 pages sometimes happen. Ooh, this is bad. This I was trying to do for Draw Me SCHMOE, and I sort of rubbed out the eyes all the time, and I just couldn't get the characters right. And they were such cool characters, but it just didn't work. So I never did finish that one. I like these cats. Cats always look slightly angry and mad when you draw them. So here I was already in the hospital, imagining Remus to be a sloth because he just wasn't coming out. Yeah, and that was back home already when he pooped at us. Actually, at my husband. So there was quite some time in between. Never posted this one, even though I like it, but maybe I should have added some shading. Really don't like this drawing. So much is off about it. I don't know. Just some doodling. Yeah, and here you see imprints of the Copic drawing where I've done this, imprinting itself on the others. I don't even mind it that much, even though I like this drawing a lot. Yeah, I think it sort of, it's okay for a sketchbook to look like that because it's supposed to be for practice and not every page a proper illustration. Just it's, yeah, more of a practice. I like how the colors turned out here. Because this paper, I didn't like the paper much for drawing, but for Copics it was quite nice. Yeah, I can't tell you what sketchbook this is because I don't know the name. It doesn't write. I just got it at the store. Wanted to try it out. So this was the first time out with Remus. I really like documenting these first moments. I really like this drawing. It's from reference from a London no, just the Instagram where it says, I think, Pretty Little London. Yes, and just shapy drawings. More shapy drawings. Here I'm not really unhappy with this because I think I could have exaggerated the shapes more, and like sort of a bigger body and a smaller head would have made her much more interesting. And this way she's just sort of weird. me and Yo-Yo being happy about Remus pooing. That was a big issue at the beginning. From this page, I kind of like this one the best because it's sort of weird and funny. This was from reference, and I like this one too, though. And that one's okay as well, but I really like the loose, small one. I like the spread, even though the eyes sometimes here seem to be off to one side, I think especially here. Yeah, more draw me schmooze, which is I do when I hit like 100k or 150, something like that. I always try to give something back to my followers, and then I always just draw some. This was another one which I colored in Photoshop. Yeah, more very loose drawing. This is a very loose sketchbook. Oh, this mermaid is quite recent because I was going back through the sketchbook because I didn't have a new one yet, so I looked for a free page and found that one. Ronja Robbersdorte. I don't know if it's called in English, but in German I really like this story by Astrid Lindgren, and I always like drawing the characters. I haven't seen the anime yet, but I'm looking forward to that. This was also a Draw Me Schmoo, and she had a deer with leaves as a horn on its horns, and I really liked the idea of this, and I would have continued with it if her eyes hadn't been so off. I don't know, I just didn't like the face, and the size, the proportion, something went wrong there, so I just never continued it. But I might resume that idea. Me getting work done with Remus. This I never posted because I sort of didn't feel that I could get the pose right. It was me like going, haha, now I can carry you again, because I had these wristbands because I had hurt my hands because Remus was so heavy and I was carrying him wrong. So here I was out drawing outside with a friend in Litlif. It's a little restaurant, and it was such fun. Remus was sleeping in my baby wrap, and I could just draw. Yeah, this is a bit comfort zone-y. Always when I don't know what to draw, I just resort to doing stuff in the woods. And I think it's good to have some comfort zone stuff because, yeah, it's the fun part. It's what keeps you going. Of course, you have to do new and practice stuff, but I think a good balance is good. This is from a Robot Hearts account I drew from her reference, and I never finished them because I don't know, I always had a feeling they weren't finished and I didn't know how to finish them, but I should show them to her someday because I think she might like it. Yeah. I like this one. She's sort of round, nicely shaped. This was just a quick, weird doodle, and I thought of doing that from her. I did this character, which I like. Just more roughness from Ref. This just went badly wrong. And here more imprinted Copics. I liked this one as well a lot. This one I photographed before the Copic mistake. But I really like these two. And here the same thing on the other page. And I really like this drawing, and I don't mind the imprint that much, but an accident is coming up, which I really am angry about. Yeah, this one, the proportions are wrong. Too big head. Again, too big head. I've got that sickness at the moment of drawing too big heads. I don't know. Sort of. Sometimes just is a phase. This one is, I like this drawing, but it's a bit boring, so I never posted it. Daughter of the Woods, really nice account on Instagram, which I like to watch because she always posts wonderful pictures of the woods. So yeah, I get inspired there. This was, I changed this drawing a lot in Photoshop because I didn't get the values right, because the Copics were just all the same color. Yeah, I didn't get the depth, so I sort of pushed it also darker, and these a bit lighter in Photoshop. So it's just a completely messy sketch page, but I think this helps you to be loose about it, and you don't mind how it turns out. And some of these drawings I really like this one or this one. Yeah. And these aren't very loose. This was very, I don't know, I hadn't drawn for a while, and I felt as if it didn't come out, probably especially the background here turned out terrible. Here I was getting better again. Yeah, some more looseness. And this is a terrible mistake. I just wanted to try the color, and it imprinted itself on this one, and just all this pink in this drawing. I might try to erase it with white. I mean, I've got a picture of it without the pink, but it's a shame. It's such an extreme color. So here I was drawing squirrels from imagination. I like this one, but I sort of thought, okay, now let's look at some real squirrels here, and I did this from ref. I like this one, and I wanted to keep them cartoony. This one is weird. I like this one too. Yeah, okay, some more 1 minute drawings. Very light. These are from Google Maps. I just sort of went through the streets somewhere in France, I think, and yeah, drew these houses. And here I started drawing deer, and I was doing this in an Instagram live session, and I was trying to get a good expression to these reindeers from their pose, sort of going, what could their expression be like, sort of to have just a bit more, yeah, character, adding to this one. He's angry, he's sad, adding character. Again, too big head. Told you this sketchbook has the too big head problem. Don't know why I never posted it. I just sort of didn't have the time. This was a house I wouldn't mind living in, but maybe without the IKEA furniture, but you draw what you know, so that's why I drew IKEA furniture. But if I I could choose, I would probably take different furniture if I had all the money in the world. I really like this drawing. Sort of small and sweet and good shapes, even though they're totally weird, but I like that. This, on the other hand, I think is really bad. I don't know, sometimes things doesn't turn out as you envision them, but it was a good evening. I could go outside and be free of Remus while his papa looked after him. That was nice. Going to draw with friends. Yeah, so these are from reference. I really like this one from Senshi stock on DeviantArt. Him I like too. So you see, I do this quite often, from drawing from stock. So I practice people most. I think I should concentrate more on environment, especially on non-organic stuff, because I find that hard. Yeah, so this was with hashtag Doodle Time with Caroline, and for May she had the first one was rain, and I really sort of like to play around just with the topic. It's good to have a topic you can sort of just draw, like mermaid at the moment as well. So this was for tree, which I could have used for tree and house as well, but I just sort of didn't post because it was so dirty from the Copics, but I still like it. And this was another one for tree I chose for me, showing Remus how to climb trees, which of course I didn't do. I just envisioned myself like this because I often feel that I don't know when the right time is to teach him stuff. So yeah, that was it, just more from reference, really not even good ones. So that was my sketchbook. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.